The leaders will be able to go the distance. They'll be able to take on the fuel they need to finish this 500. Won't be in question. And let's take a look at those leaders right now. Earnhardt first, Jarrett second, Wallace, Mast, Jeff Gordon.
Of course, Earnhardt and Jarrett, several of those have come into the pits. That's just before they came into the pits. Some more are coming into the pits this time around, but that's the way they were running before they made their pit stops. And with 125 miles to go, 50 laps, actually will be less than that. When we get to green flag racing, they should have no problem in going the rest of the way as far as fuel is concerned. In fact, Earnhardt and Jarrett only took home fuel.
And actually, Jarrett is in front of Earnhardt. He beat him out of the pits, so Jarrett is in front of Earnhardt right now.
And of interest is that Sterling Marlin, as they line up, get set to go again, will start second. Sterling Marlin just 30 laps after sailing off turn 4 in that wild ride. Here is how not to come on pit road.
Well, that's Ernie Irvan trying to get his car back to the pits, not knowing exactly how much damage is done, but he knew when he got to the pits and he couldn't steer the car away from the inside wall, he knew that it was over then for the
Probably
day.
No brakes. Bad control arms, all beaten up. Bad day for Ernie Irvan. Here's Mike Joy.
Jimmy Makar's one of the happiest guys on pit road right this minute. They were going to stop with an Ernie Irvan and might have been in that wreck, but engine builder Rick Wetzel said would be a couple laps shy on fuel. So you just came in, got fuel only, and beat Dale Earnhardt out of the pits. Quite a job.
Yeah, the guys did a real good job. I tell you, we were a little rusty right off the get-go here on pit stops, but we worked real hard. The guys got pumped up, and I think they're seeing our chances get real close to win the Daytona 500, and that's what everybody works real hard over the winter for. So we're sort of in the position we want to be in right now. We're up front. We're full of fuel. We can make it all the way. Like you said, we're really feeling bad a few laps ago because we're a lap or two shy of being able to come in with Ernie and make it the rest of the way. But good Lord must have been smiling on us not to have been able to do that.
Plus, you look pretty happy to see Kyle Petty and some of those other cars getting tires when you just got fuel.
Yeah, that's true. I'm hoping we made the right choice. The car's working real good right now. And, you take a chance with new tires of having to set tires doesn't work quite as good. So we're hoping we're in good shape right now.
Well, we're about to find out.
Well, we have one anxious parent up here sitting to our left. We've got another anxious parent watching as well. You know that lady?
Oh, yeah, I've seen her a time or two, Martha. Now, I'll tell you about her. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day, Martha. Haven't had a chance to say that to you. But the way she likes to sit in the pits to watch him race, she wants me to pull that van right up so she can see one spot on the racetrack only. She don't want to watch the race from all around. She could have gone in the CBS suite today, but no, she chose not to do that. She wants to see him come by just each lap and listen to it.
That's what Linda Petty used to do.
Yeah.
Sit in the infield, listen on the radio, and be close by, kind of near the infield care center, near the garage area. Did she do that when you were racing?
No, she scored quite a bit back then.
Well, here's her son having a whale of a run in this 35th annual Daytona 500. Welcome aboard if you're just joining us here on CBS. Ned Jarrett, Neil Bonded alongside. I'm Ken Squire. Chris Akardamaki here, David Hobbs, Mike Joy. Delighted to bring you this great race. Here's David.
Well, down here in the pits, of course, the big talk is Jeff Gordon. Led the first lap of his first Daytona 500, a 21-year-old rookie. Then he started to fade from the picture a bit, and unfortunately, the reason was he ran into a tire on pit lane and bent that vital front air dam on his car. Well, they straightened it out. He's got back in the thick of things, and when the green flag drops, hopefully for the last time here today, he's going to be right in that lead car draft. Back to you, Ken, and let's watch that kid come through.
As they come down on the start, Derek Cope, number 66, will be up in front. Sterling Marlin second. Unser is there in third. Brett Bodine fourth. Unser fifth. Michael Waldrop sixth. Dale is in seventh. That's Dale Jarrett. Dale, as in Earnhardt, is eighth. Rusty Wallace ninth. Morgan Shepherd 10th. Lake Speed 11th. Musgrave is 12th. Wally Dallenbach 13th. And Rick Mast is back to 14th with Gordon now in 15th.
Now, there were a number of drivers that didn't pit. They had pitted on that last caution. They could go the rest of the way, so that put Earnhardt and Jarrett back a little farther back in the pack.
16th is Brett Bodine. Terry Labonte is running 17th. Kyle is in 18th. Kyle Petty. Mark Martin 19th. Schrader 20th. Darrell Waltrip 21st. Spencer 22nd.
Now look how boxed up these cars, where the lap car, Harry Gant, running down on the inside there. He's able to stay with him, and it's got everybody boxed up behind back there. They just don't have anywhere to go.
Well, this is when they really got to be careful. We got a lot of the fast cars in the middle of this traffic. They got to weed their way through, but they got to get there as quick as possible.
Jeff Bodine has just jumped into 22nd. Jimmy Spencer dropped back to 23rd. Bobby Labonte in 24th. And there are 24 cars in that lead group as we get down to decide the 500. 154 of 200 laps complete.
Boy, this is just what these car owners don't like to see these drivers doing. And some of these dads don't like to see this big traffic jam right here. It's going to take a while to get it thinned out. There's Earnhardt. Jarrett's already moved to the inside. Earnhardt's trying to get in there with him, see if they can work together.
But boy, those cars still running side by side up in front of them. There's just nowhere to go.
Just in front of them is Ricky Rudd, some 23 laps down. He had trouble early.
Looks like the 42 car and the 25 are laying back some. You see them just back behind this pack of cars. Looks like they're waiting for it to sort out.
Kyle Petty and Schrader in the back of this. They may be playing their cards a little closer here, not wanting to get too involved as these cars have run quite a distance today. Now dropping to the inside.
Ricky Rudd just dropped out of the way. He's many laps down. He said, I'm not going to mess up anybody that has any shot at winning this race.
Rails Earnhardt on the outside around Unser. Unser in the middle, the white car.
Brave move. They're still 3 abreast as they come out through here. Brett Bodine. That's Bobby.
On the track. He gets it back down again.
Kyle Petty is going to stop again.
And Kyle Petty gets collected.
Kyle tried his best to get stopped. He kept watching that car come back up in front of him and thinking that he would stop, and he just right into it.
Ned, I'm not so sure they wasn't laying back, but what do? He did everything he possibly could and just nowhere to go.
The pole sitter, Kyle Petty, finds that Bobby Hillin car after it spun. He had whoa that thing every way he could, ran out of room. The incident started in turn 4. It has ended all the way down through the tri-oval. Kyle clambering out.
Boy, I hate to see his car's coming back at pretty good speed. And we got these drivers out on the track with some liquid out here.
Well, Derek Cope was trying to keep Harry Gant a lap down. And
$1 million was a possibility.
He could have won this race.
Bobby Hillin trying to explain, I think.
I don't think Kyle likes what went on there. But he said, hey, it's over with now. There's nothing we can do about it. Let's don't even talk about it right now. Let's cool off.
You're exactly right. These guys are out there running as hard as they can run. What they don't need to do is even get together. It's hard to control your tempers.
Trying to keep them apart.
And that's surprising that Bobby Hillin, he's a real mild-mannered individual, but he's very upset too. So I don't know what, apparently he feels that the things went against him. Certainly it went against him because his car's down there crashed, but maybe that he had some help in getting crashed.
What you've got to keep in the back of your mind, no matter what happened on this racetrack, both of these guys had position to win today, were positioned to possibly win the Daytona 500. It doesn't matter whose fault, whatever, or nobody's fault, still you're going to be upset. The best thing to do is calm down. I'm saying it, and I used to be the world's worst. So.
I think he's trying to get away. I don't think he wants to talk to anybody and find out what really happened here. And Bobby Hillin, a victim of this crash that happened long before Kyle Petty came on the scene. We'll try to find out what was said between those two. Take a look at what happened here. This is where it all began.
Okay, the light green car of Hillin's down on the inside, and there's Al Unser Jr. went up and clipped Dale Earnhardt and then back down into Hillin, and there they crash together, slide across the grassed area, and then Hillin goes back up onto the racetrack as he comes off the grass. We'll see him.
Unser goes up first.
Well, Unser does go up first, and then here's Hillin going up. Unser gets back down on the grass, and here comes Kyle. He's trying to slow down, doesn't know which way to go. He's got the brakes locked. The car wouldn't cut, and slammed right into him.
And he had a man on the inside of him. He didn't have any place to go, but there was nothing that Hillin could do. Not